Good evening, everyone. I'd like to briefly inform you of what and who I am. This can be understood from our heart, and you could ask God about our truth. I'm speaking here on behalf of myself and based on my human agreement to all human beings. It is New World Agreement that brings and carries a mission for global financial change and proves that the agreement is based on God's written revelation, which can be scientifically proven. Hono choroko doto so wolo podo joyonyo mongo bo tongo is the arrangement of New World Agreement understanding written in sentences denoting Almighty, which is clearly readable in the universe, opening and closing the agreement in 120 old holy books related to Mahabharata. I am to carry and shoulder the duty of delivering soul mandate for the world in order that it's safe from destruction. I have a name as much like an Indonesian country, a both name and names to carry out duties and names of title, which I will perhaps pioneer myself to be called as MAHA SINO.AS engineer. With the posthumous name of Sabdo Agung Winata Jagad Negara Kertagama Pamungkas Pamerat Jagad as a restatement to hold global exhibits A and B obligations, meaning kingdom and state levels, encompassing 5 continents. I am equipped with some knowledge to know what's happening in this planet and what problems faced by all countries. I carry the main vision and mission to safeguard the country. The one vision is to close all kinds of slavery in the world through all levels of global system. Automatically, I am as a man of generation and also as the man of generation in the past and the future. I shall bring global changes for the glory of all human beings, regardless of who you are, as we are all God-created human beings. All clearly look forward to peace and comfort in all corners of the country. Automatically, I am as a transmission consortium, International USA Swiss Financials International Indonesia. Also in the mission, I am equipped with an absolute title as Big Top Royal K 681 King of Kings M1. So far, there has been a debate in all countries regarding global banking system, association of system of bank security, and that of presidential security related to Swiss Indo Banker Association have run according to all previous global order system, that is Exhibit A and B, built to glorify all human beings in accordance with the final momentum since the post-Second World War. It is now reopened at the exact right momentum for 11 March 2014 event in Aston Hotel Cirebon, as a symbol that the reopening automatically will close the previous system order as a system for creating a new world, which means absolute freedom, true freedom for all humans in the world. The United Nations are not only for human beings but for angels, jinn, demons, and devil as well. That is why it is known as United Nations. Dynamic of economic change of 5 principles is not only owned and intended for Indonesia, known since post the Second World War, but also for other countries which have names such as Indonesia. Now, we will reopen it as 5 kingdoms of the world, and 1 kingdom of the world because it forms an application of the order of kingdom of sky and earth to be implemented in this planet as forms of accountability of the past and new agreement. Samar Super Samar is a momentum that reminds us and opens the eyes clearly and was obvious for us all as the solution and the answer, because the question is the answer, and I am accountable for the question and the answer. The World Bank, the world knows the World Bank, but the world doesn't know what the currency of the World Bank is. The world knows the currency and collateral. The system order is open and closed automatically because it enters the entire agreement of the world of the eternity, as it is referred to as the sky and earth kingdom, and as the kingdom of God, sky, earth. We actually have begun by founding it, by founding 5 kingdoms of Lingga Kala of the continents, which means that we have actually escorted it. Those who like and dislike it are part of the world challenges and answers with declaration of transaction, an international transaction of the World Bank institution, and it is also a form of accountability of Union Bank of Switzerland related to Federal Reserve System and Federal Reserve Bank, and it is obviously related to United States Treasury. The world is now experiencing what is called a global crisis. Therefore, in order to open and be back there is no other ways in this planet except to do the changes and find the solution, as I have mentioned before. Parts of the resolution to the problems are: first, we make payment 1 to 11, which reminds us of the words Samar Super Samar. The payment includes the payment quota for the world countries as the guarantee for legitimate issuing authority of the world money, because it is the sole authority and owner of actual genuine currency, being money in the form of the world's gold and silver coins that are acceptable collateral for the Treasury tax program, which is a part of the program called Exhibit A and B. These problems crop up in all countries, not only in Indonesia, because this is one problem of the same sign, so the solution should be found together. Payment 1 to 11 includes 3 main points. First, it is the quota for countries, and the second is for human obligations, which is the right of everyone in all countries. Pay to them via CTM1 free of charge for everyone to accept the payment. Third is the Venus project as a symbol for generation change, as a symbol for future development that's been prepared and is available for all in all countries. For Indonesia, I support MP3EI proposed by the government of Indonesia, and I have received the report from IMF in 2011. How will we find solution for all countries when global accounts are becoming the seizure of all parties, when global accounts cause disputes? On May 5th, 2014, when I faxed it to the IRS, International Revenue Service in America, there was actually a world momentum which was administratively controlled and to be controlled. US tax to IRS, that was through a proposal that I received from Europe, and I agreed that 1% of 1 to 11 payment was taxed for treasure. So the certificate worth 1 million trillion US dollars have been divided into 1,000 certificates, each worth 1,000 trillion US dollars for the first payment. I have given it to Laos Presidential Officer or Laos PDR based on IRS format bank order. As regard the tax imposed to the first payment, 10 trillion US dollar is for USA and 1,000 trillion US dollars of the first payment for other countries. This schedule is followed and will be followed by M1 schedule as one portion, an agreement ever reached by the predecessors, and I did this when I received the last report through certification ASBLP, meaning that the accountability of the International Committee of 300, the International Organic Agency, United Nations Organization in 2010. Since then, based on international law, I became responsible for all problems through the information I conveyed to the related institutions. Essentially and rightly, in the code of ethics, what I have delivered should not be ignored. Humans have conscience. What you want is surely given to you by me as the beautiful figure in you. God's law cannot be played with. You may play with international or national law. Remember, there is one universal law you can never play with, because you may get negative effect if you play with it. If you abide by it, you will be happy in all countries. Therefore, you don't need to know who I am. I am like you are all, although my implication of decisions will bring remarkable effect. Peace or destruction has been determined. You know, the 1 to 11 payment order has never been given by any other institution throughout history. Through even UN Swiss Indo on March 11 in Aston Hotel, Cirebon, a single order that was a world momentum, as a symbol that the truth is the truth, and the truth should not be hidden, or we fear whatever it is, because I carry a mandate from God. Whether you like it or not, whether you believe it or not, is not important to me. What is important is that you know about it, that it happened and will definitely happen. Authority mandate from God cannot be rejected. How will I have wanted it? So we should start a new world order that obeys basic ethics, basic philosophy, and that conveys knowledge. That's why you are equipped with religion, spiritual awareness, the spirit of place that exists in your heart or wherever you stand. It's truly connected and controlled because it is all what we call number and letters as the basic knowledge for human. If only words of prayers were spread in this planet, that would be answers. In this country, there are still babies being born, and there are still parents who think about this accountability. From now on, I will convey to leaders of the nations, to leaders of international organizations, the message in order that they can read what's happening in the universe. Is truly you are facing two choices of your own. Although you understand it, perhaps not at all, it won't be problems because the sun definitely shines brightly tomorrow. And that's definite answer. If today from Jawa Dwipa Nusantara Raya I'm telling you that if we have the Swarna Bumi, same color of blood, red color, if you have names, then I will call you with your name. That's me. I am me. You will know that all in the universe is from me to me. You will know why you were born in this planet and why you should trust yourselves as your God believes in you. So God transmission never stop from time to time, because there is only one day and night, and through day and night God shows His power. All discrimination should have been erased. All forms of castration and all forms of slavery should be abolished, as all these are no longer applicable. If you have entered world stratum and levels of mature thinking in vertical and horizontal constellation between you and other people and between you and God, the truth and mistakes are human. About Adam and Eve, you know about it, why they were once in heaven, the garden you all want to be. So there is no use asking where you are except in hell. If today I'm telling you that I will take you back to a new world of your own dream, to me it is not important whatever, because both are places for me. In Sufi level, you will know that people who perform the prayer not because of hell or heaven, not because of wanting to know who sins and who doesn't. What a Sufi does is because he is moved by his God. He realizes that your mistakes around you are your noble teachers. Your moving toward this level is as the embodiment of your own and your God. When your shape is known, male or female, you enter the realm of natural divinity. Of course, you will acknowledge yourself as the chosen officers who can then decide which direction to take, heaven or hell. Once you have chosen your direction, you cannot alter it. That's your decision for your future. The story will be written in gold ink in the universe. Today I'm telling you about the truth. A definite moment, definite truth, definite tranquility, which you cannot reject as you have decided to have it. I'm indebted to all ancestors and heroes of all corners of the country. As of today, their grandchildren would have been witnessing the good, scolding or rage, which to me is not important, because I know that you haven't reached the required strata. One day you will know who I am. Your knowing me does not mean that I have to tell you who I am. Time will tell you who I really am. This will never be repeated in history. This will never happen twice, 3 times or more. This is the first and the last. In history of the universe creation, it all started from the emptiness of space just before the 7-day human creation by God. The human creation includes the creation of Adam and Eve. In the empty space just before God called himself as God, there was only God's intention to create, which he then mentioned it as Adam. And the second was the intention to be created, which was called Eve. This explains why there are 9 golden shapes in men and 11 golden shapes in women. Of all these golden shapes, the scintillation of Muhammad was created because Muhammad scintillation means the existence of materiality creation, of which Adam and Eve was created. However, this is the second series, since The beginning of these creations, leave what I have wanted you not to do as the payment order 111. Secondly, the Cobra event, which closes all slavery system in this planet and reopens it as the symbol of conferment from your own God. I am only delivering what I must deliver to you because this is my responsibility. What has been so far known as M1 is called microfilm 1. What's microfilm 1 or one sun? It's like the thing that cannot be competed for because that's the will, that the existence. All systems are controlled through control as via God's energy that created the universe. In all association systems, security bank and all sun rays, which include 9 planets in the galaxy, I know and got information on what has happened in the World Bank, such as pressures, and I understood. I thank anyone and will provide authorization, military control, combating application group, because without power, all words I conveyed would not move your heart. I have conveyed the agreement to 4 creatures, the angel, jinn, devils, and human beings. I have altered the agreement to be New World Order, referred to as Pandawa Kurawalaya. I also thank you all, as you are all the chosen one. This will be extraordinary notes as the next generation of the world. You are the ones who will fight as you all have been endowed. That's the plan, fulfillment of what I have been wanting. I have fulfilled it with my own hands. My thanks also go to the government of Indonesia, which has created history, which directly or indirectly have participated in educating all Indonesian people who are familiar with the history of Indonesia. My sincere thanks also goes to all institutions through which education has taken place, and its education value is not obtained in all formal education. That's also the valuable learning in this country, which I have conveyed. To those who have been with me accomplishing the duty, I thank you all. I also thank the government of Laos and that of other countries, the United Nations, and all those who participated or those who have participated in signing under certification, which signed ASBALP 0333390 in 2010 and ASBLP 0330 in 2010 and 2012. I therefore accept and am responsible to God for what is happening before you. Thank you. Accomplish 1 to 11 payment. Other than that, you guys think on their own. And beyond that, think about it. If you reject the truth.
Apa yang akan terjadi?
Thank you all. Good night.
Kalian menolak kebenaran. Terima kasih dan selamat.